I'm someone that tends to always choose the hard way around, like that wouldn't like take the easy straight way, like to get to whatever goal you set for yourself. That's something that I'm just realizing, like as I grow up, is that I don't know why exactly, but I tend to choose the hard way rather than like the easy peasy, like, oh, this is like convenient, so I'm going to do it this way. I don't work under pressure at all. If someone comes and they're like, this is the way you have to take to get there, I'm like, rationally, I'm like, okay, maybe, there's a million ways, but might be one way. And then emotionally, I'm like, fuck you, fuck that, I'm not doing it. And so if someone is like, look, this is a bunch of instruments and there's a few playing techniques and there's other people that can play other stuff and make it work, man. I'm like, yeah, cool, let's do something. And otherwise, I'm just someone who found a lot of self-esteem, I'd say, in creative expression, and therefore is obviously struggling to keep that creative juice flowing, because I depend on it to feel human, kind of, like I depend on it to feel like the person that I want to be. That's why I'm studying African music. Yeah, I went to Uganda. This is actually where I started doing, like, that drew me into hip-hop, because I met the greatest hip-hop project I've ever seen in my life, called BPU, Breakdance Project Uganda. Shout out to BPU. And I think those guys did and probably still do a really great job in the spirit of hip-hop, which is, involving street kids and getting them to dance, breakdance, and do rap ciphers and stop the gang violence that you find even with like small children, taking sticks, beating one another up for no reasons really. Western domination globally kind of led to a lot of indigenous musics dying slowly, and people from that very background like ignoring their heritage or disliking their heritage because they've been taught through like very violent, I would say, propaganda that their heritage is non-worthy. The more young people start working against that flow, the better for humanity and the better for the arts and creativity and whatever, like the soul of everything. I always used to say, I'll do anything in my life, but I'll never do music. And then, because I used to fish only when I was young. That used to be my shit. And then suddenly, like, I don't know from where, out of nowhere, I just decided that music is the shit for me. And then I started playing guitar. Well, I was a very calm child. I was very easily overwhelmed by society, like by having lots of people around me, having lots of... so I needed a lot of calm around me to like deal. I mean, up to now, I draw a lot of energy from the environment, fishing environment at least, like water and lakes and calm. And every time I go, by now I go fishing 4 times per year maybe. But it has a huge impact on my inner grounding somehow. It's something, I'm a very irrational writer. If you just leave me be, I'll, just call you freaking out, be like, yo, I wrote this crazy shit. Like, I don't know what it means yet. And that's pretty crazy, but it's like an outside energy that is part of the process if it goes well. You don't write on your own, kind of. I mean, standing on a stage as well can be pure magic, because you see how your energy is actually everything. All that like an audience wants from you as a performance artist, whatever art you do as a performer, is the right type of energy, And that's magic for me as well, because you can actually guide the whole process in a really crazy way. If you have the confidence in that moment, or if you, not necessarily even confidence, if you feel the moment enough. You can be very unconfident actually, but if you feel it, it's still dope in a way. The content doesn't really matter actually. I think content generally doesn't actually matter. It's just a good trigger sometimes. Was braucht es, um nackt von der Klippe zu springen, eine Kippe zum Glimmen zu bringen? Braucht es ein Streichholz? Die Sonne wirft Strahlen aufs Wasser und es erscheint Gold. Die Zukunft ist bloß ein Steinwurf entfernt, aber Steine sind schwer. Blaue Tage am Meer. Haben den Blues in der Boombox, tragen den Herzschlag mit Schwere, tragen die Blue Jeans mit Flipflops, werfen die Fragen ins Leere, warten aufs Echo der Steilwand, warten auf Antwort oder Einwand. Einziger Standpunkt ist unser Standort, ist unsere Jugend, ist dieses Island, shit. Und alles andere ist grad ungewiss. Zu wissen, dass das Eis schmilzt, lässt uns wundern, was da drunter ist. Wasser bis zum Hals. Leute bleiben unter sich, hab im Unterricht nie viel gelernt, nur wie man unterbricht.